All right, so we saw in the last video how this formula, this xa1 equals p times xa plus q times xb, how this relates to the midpoint formula when q is equal to 0.5. And remember, q being equal to 0.5 means p is equal to 0.5 because p is 1 minus q, right? So now we want to kind of back up and see if we can generalize this some more, so that, and see if that, make sure that that formula always works, or make sure that we're clear on how it works. So I'm going to focus on these 2 points, basically what makes our first line of our triangle, because I think once we get that down we'll be pretty clear on how the rest of it works. So and remember, in order to draw this line here from A1 to B1, we need to calculate these 2 points. We need to calculate XA1, YA1, and we need to calculate XB1, YB1. Okay. So first let's see about doing A1 then. So what I have here is, this is just the base of our triangle, okay, and the points A, XAYA, and B, XBYB, okay, and I'm just calculating this point A1, which is going to be the starting point for our inner triangle, okay. So what do we know here? Well, we know that the distance that AA1, this line segment here, has length XA sub 1 minus XA, right? X sub A. And this line segment here from A1 to B has the length X sub B minus X sub A1, right? And now we also have this P and Q in here. We know for sure P plus Q equals 1. And it kind of seems from what we've seen so far that what's happening is that P and Q kind of help us decide the ratio between this segment and that segment, right? So if we saw when P and Q were equal, that we ended up with equal equal segments, right? We divided our A1 ended up being right in the middle. So this, I'm kind of backing up to the point where Q was 0.25. So here we have, this looks, and this kind of looks, remember we saw that kind of looks like this was about a quarter of the circle, and this is 3/4. I'm a quarter of the base, and this is 3/4 of the base, right? So let's see. So what does that mean? Well, that means then that the ratio of Q to P should be the same as the ratio of this segment to that segment, right? So this segment is X sub A1 minus X sub A, and this segment is X sub B minus X sub A1, right? So we have, so just looking at this bit of the equation, this ratio between XA sub 1 minus X sub A and X sub B minus XA sub 1, so that ratio equals the ratio of Q to P. Just looking, starting from that formula, I'm going to give you the task of seeing if you can start with that bit and derive this formula here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop now, and I encourage you to just take out some pencil and paper and just work it out algebraically so that you feel comfortable, that you understand it. And when you're done, you can take a look at the next video, and I'll go over the steps just to make sure that we're on the same page.